Out by the barn where the stories grow, under the sun where the warm winds blow. A sanctuary where the hearts unite. Come join the love in the golden light. Love lives here where the open skies sing. Every soul finds a place to cling. Join us today, feel the warmth inside, in the Barnside Chat where the love won't hide. Whispers of care in the gentle breeze, laughter that dances among the trees. Every life matters, every heart's a flame. Together we gather, no one's the same. Love lives here where the open skies sing. Every soul finds a place to cling. Join us today, feel the warmth inside, in the Barnside Chat where the love won't hide. Love lives here where the open skies sing. Every soul finds a place to cling. Join us today, feel the warmth inside, in the Barnside Chat where the love won't hide.
Hello friends. Welcome. Okay, we had some technical difficulties. I'm not exactly sure what is going on, but we couldn't go live on Facebook today. It wouldn't let me connect, and we can only connect here over on YouTube. But when we're finished here on YouTube, we will upload to Facebook this special Barnside Chat. So thank you very much for everybody that has crossed over to the dark side of YouTube with us today. My name is Derek. I'm Executive Director and co-founder here at the farm, and we have got a lot to talk about today. We skipped Barnside Chat last week because of Victoria Day long weekend. It was a holiday here in Ontario, Canada, and I believe that our friends in the States are having a holiday right now. So if you're celebrating a holiday of any kind, happy holidays to you, which means we skipped last week, so we've got a lot to catch up on. So last week we said goodbye to Brindle, and we said goodbye in a beautiful way, a sanctuary way, one that, you know, everybody could only hope for. And Pepper the cow escaped on us twice. There was a tornado warning, enough to make everybody a little bit uncomfortable. It was close enough. Finally, some warm weather has arrived, and somehow in the middle of all of that, we succeeded in hit our goal in the Bail Yeah fundraiser. Because of you, we were able to collect enough donations to be able to have enough money to pay for the whole bill at once. So thank you very much for that. We've also got a lot of good news to share today. Lambert officially has cleared quarantine if you've been following our socials closely. Eleanor's healed up and doing great. The auction launched this week and is happening right now. The drainage project is finally underway. And at the end of today's show, we've got a very special update for you. So you're definitely going to want to hang out until the end, or if you're watching this later, you can fast forward to the end for the news. We've got resident updates, we've got facilities updates, and then we'll take some questions from the Magic Rainbow Bag. So let's get started. So Bail Yeah, my gosh, we did it. We raised over $25,000. There is the final amount, $25,182.22, and I actually think that it creeped up a little bit more since I've had this slide. So Bail Yeah, thank you very much to everybody for helping us reach our goal there. And while that fundraiser was going on, there was a lot of stressors on farm with our dear boy Brindle. If you've been following the socials closely, you know that we said goodbye to Brindle, and we did everything that we possibly could for Brindle. And when he was no longer able to get up and we're no longer able to support his medical, his pain, it was time to help Brindle cross the Rainbow Bridge. And it happened in such a beautiful and thoughtful way. And it doesn't always happen this way, but we were able to have a pizza party for Brindle, and the delivery person filled up the grocery bin with all of these watermelons and strawberries and blueberries and pineapples and grapes, and we had a feast with Brindle and his family. I think Brindle's favorite part was for sure the pizza that we got to share with him. And we also got to open up the door and see if Brindle wanted to go outside with some assistance. We didn't make him go out, we just opened the door and we supported him. And in that last day, he took himself out, which was awesome. We supported him every step of the way. There was volunteers here, all of the caretakers, and we gave Brindle the best send-off that we could possibly have imagined for him. And Brindle's been a part of the story for a long time, and our hearts are definitely feeling his departure. And this was Brindle's sunset. This was shots taken from his graveside. We have a beautiful gravesite memorial trail, and that's where the residents are buried, or their stones and remains are. And we'll get a stone all carved up with Brindle's name on it. And right now our hearts are definitely with April right now. And it was Brindle held, he was able to have a superhero life, and we were able to give him the happily ever Esther send-off that we could have all hoped for. Oh man, our hearts are sore this week looking at looking at our comment feeds and all of all of our memories. And I just want to thank everybody for writing in and for sharing memories that you share and hold very dear with us about Brindle, and now April and Hercules and Mercy. Okay, let's do some resident updates. There are a lot of them. We skipped last week, and here is the first one. Pepper is supposed to be in the pasture, and right now he is out of the pasture in this photo. Pepper escaped. He escaped not once, but he escaped twice. Yeah, it's not something that you like to hear over the walkie-talkie that that the cows are out. I was actually on a call in a meeting when the first call came out, but I dropped everything and went running, and I know it wasn't a problem because he wasn't he wasn't running around or looking to get away. He still wanted to be close, but we got him in, and as it turns out, our electric fence system was indeed down, and that's why he got out. And he got out not once, but he did it twice. I'm trying to find my photos. Oh, there they are. Whoops. Nope. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, these guys are huge, and to convince them to come back in, we just needed a bucket of grain, and we lowered the electric fence, disconnected it, and then brought him back in. And then the very next morning, he was out again. So Kevin definitely spent the greater part of the next day repairing electric fence, and we haven't had any more escapes, so that's good news. Our beautiful, beautiful Lambert is finally off of quarantine, and you're being treated to all of these visual delights of Lambert around the sanctuary. And in order for Lambert to go in with other residents or in with his own flock, he needs to get a lot stronger and gain some stability and some muscle mass. And so there's a lot that Lambert has to do. But for now, the caretakers and the volunteers are enjoying seeing Lambert out and about. And he's so curious. He follows you all around, and we're delighted that he's doing so well. And this is what rehab looks for him right now. This is what it looks like, is that he's going to be following the caretakers around, and that's how we're going to do this. So he doesn't have to be in a stall all by himself every single moment of the day. So they are letting him out for hours at a time and unsplinting his leg. And so we're having really great progress with Lambert and seeing him run around and walk around, and in the arena, tiny Lambert visiting our giant polar bear sized pigs. He's so tiny and perfect. Yeah. Just beautiful. I can hear Lambert in the background now, screaming for attention. But yeah, we're all rooting for Lambert. He's doing so good. And Eleanor, her chin is all healed up, and it's great to see her back outside. And she's back to the arena, back to the yellow hut. Sammy is off of isolation. He's all healed up and feeling better, and his gabapentin dose has been lowered as much as we possibly can. So yeah, there's a lot going on. You remember Eleanor, this was underneath her chin and her neck area. So there's just a few stitches that are left in there that are going to dissolve out anytime. More than 2/3 of the stitches have already dissolved out so far, and these ones are just right near the surface, and while she's rooting or laying down, they will pop off. But she's doing really great. She's glad to be back in the arena. And Sammy is glad that she's back in the arena because he can keep a close watch on her. As you know, we're trying to integrate Eleanor into Sammy's herd, and that day is coming very soon. We'll keep you up to date on everything that has to do with getting Eleanor into that family. But those are the wishes, and so all the boys in that herd need to get their teeth trimmed up so that they are ready with their perfect smiles when it comes time to integrate Eleanor in. This week we had a really hot day. So hot that we weren't ready for it, actually. We didn't have the fans out, and we didn't have all the extra cooling stations in, but we got it all set up, and by the end of the day, we had extra cooling stations. All of the residents had fans, and some of the pigs even got a special hose down. The mud bogs are all full. This looks like a swamp monster, but this is Fiona. That's Fiona. It's hard to tell when they're all covered in mud and they're in their bogs who is who, but that's Fiona. So the mud bogs are all full. And this is how Mercy dealt with the warm weather. She just put her feet right in the bucket. I don't know if you've ever tried that, but that was a trick that I used to use when I didn't have air conditioning. I would draw a bucket of cold water and take off my socks and shoes and then just stand in the bucket of water, or sit and then have my feet in a bucket of water. So that felt good for Mercy. They also ran the hose over Mercy and had wet towels and the fans. But yeah, it really heated up fast. Here's Fancy Pants Brian. That's how Brian deals with the hot weather, standing in water. And it was time to shear the sheep. So we got Abraham here getting a haircut. We have cut their, we have trimmed their wool too early before, and then they've been cold. And now that we ended up waiting a little bit longer, of course, wouldn't you know it, it got really hot. So they were shearing them all, and doesn't they look amazing? They're so funny when they're half shorn. But now they are 100% shorn, and you'll see photos of them on social coming up soon. To continue on with resident healthcare updates, I noticed Mercy walking funny, and I thought that something was stuck to the bottom of that back left foot. The hoof should be on the ground flat, and as you can see in this photo, it is not. And when we did a quick exam, you could see that the bottom of the hoof is starting to blow out there. There was an infection that blew out, and we needed to get to work on it right away. So we used the grinder, and Mercy is really the perfect patient. She just lay, we didn't have to lift her, and she's happy to have her feet looked at most of the time. So we got to work, we got grinding it out. This is Chris and I. And it makes a different noise, the grinder on the hoof, when there's a problem. It almost sounds like a hollow door versus a solid door. And that's the only way I can put it, is that it's, you know, when you hear that sound, it means something is compromised underneath of the hoof. So after grinding it all out, this is what it looks like. It got bad. Yeah, it does not look great. So that's the back left after we ground out all of that crap, all of that infection. And she didn't seem to be bothered at all, and she's walking no differently than she was before, just a little bit more flat-footed, because that part that blew out, we were able to grind it down. But we're watching this closely. I hate when stuff like this happens, because it's so fragile and so delicate. And their age, I mean, just every day is a gift. And when they're like that, it's, you know, it's at such a dangerous point where something bad could happen, where infection could go up higher. But you can see she's doing good here. She's up enough. You can see her walking there, bringing a blanket over to Hercules. And she's showing up to her dinners still and doing all of the things, and we're cleaning that hoof every day. But yeah, it's not a great situation there, not a great find. We're always looking for different ways to deliver meds here, and just to monitor the amount of peanut butter intake that some of the larger pigs get, and to monitor the salt and sugar intake that they get. We try different things, and you've seen videos of Chris trying different wraps with pumpkin puree and molasses, and here's a sandwich with banana and peanut butter. And then we even tried stuffing strawberries with the meds that they hate the most, and yeah, that did not work. So far, the best success that we're having is with the wraps and the peanut butter and like applesauce or molasses. Somebody bit Escalade. No, somebody bit BJ. This is BJ's neck, not Escalade. If I had to bet who that was that bit BJ, it would definitely be Escalade. So he just got a tiny little bite there. They get horse playing around, and they, you know, they play rough sometimes. But this is by no means, you know, a chunk. This is just a play that went a little bit too far. So he's got a little owie there, and they treated that. Okay, and here is somebody with some James Dean and Mudbog vibes. Mr. Ted sporting a very, very artful, very creative hairdo. His barber must have told him to trust the process. I think it looks awesome. Definitely giving Zac Efron a run for his High School Musical vibes here. Yeah, Ted, great one. The pigs are in the process of blowing their coats, and Ted came out from sleeping, and his is way up in, and Kevin captured that moment and got some really sweet photos of Mr. Ted. Okay, I think that's the resident updates, and if I forgot anything or skipped over anything, we'll pick up and catch on it next time. Thank you to everybody that showed up here at the YouTube live. Hello to Cheryl and Rebecca and Sylvia and Christine and Deb. Hello. It's harder for me to see the comments here on my screen from the YouTube coming in, but I'm clicking around here. Thank you very much. Okay, let's do some, oh, well, before we jump into facilities updates, there is something that just opened up a couple days ago, and that is the Heaf's online auction. And thank you very much to everybody that donated items for the auction, the handmade items, the painted items, the crocheted items, the knit items, the quilted items, the pottery. Just thank you so much for all of that. The wood burning, wait till you see it. Let me just show you here on the side of the screen. You'll see all of the items that are listed. You can head on over to the spring auction, and it's a specific Facebook page, and it runs all the way until I think Friday. The dates and times are on the Facebook page, and I did just show a slide that says that the live is happening at 3 o'clock. Well, actually the live is going to be at 4 o'clock, so please forgive me. I didn't update my slide before. But yeah, there's some beautiful items that are available, and every dollar raised goes to feed medical care and shelter. We do 2 auctions a year, and we're so grateful to have you head on over and check that out. There's some low-cost entry items that you can participate in, and some of the items are really popular and they are no longer low cost, but every dollar raised is for such an amazing cause. And thank you so much again to everybody that donated for these items and that is participating in wanting to own these items. So head on over there, the auction website, Facebook group. The link will appear below there. Oh, there it is. There's the link. You can click on it after and go check out all the items. Oh my gosh, if we could, I wish I could pause the video, but that crocheted chicken that lays an egg is the most hysterical thing. Maybe I should do and those duck gloves. Oh my gosh, the duck gloves. There are a few things that I would like to bid on in this auction, but I can't get it on it because there's too much fun going on in these items. You need to own them. I've got a couple items that I brought with me just to show you how beautiful it is. We got Love Lives Here. There's some tumblers, a big blanket. There's pillows. There's bowl cozies. There's a lot of great items, and we really hope that you go over there. It's a silent auction, so you can bid in increments of $5. And if you want to bid $1 million and just help us end this auction right away, go ahead, go and bid $1 million on some of this artwork. This piece of artwork is going to be worth $1 million. Look at it, Jeannie Bean. Isn't that beautiful? Her eyes look so magical. Thank you so much for the artist for donating this. It's signed Andrea. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, there's some really great items. Let me show you the other item that I brought with me. I only brought 2 items because there's so many and we have such a short time. But there's this big, huge, pouty blanket. And I'm pressed up against the wall here, so I don't even know if I'm putting it in frame well enough for you. But there it is. There's pouty. Let me try one more time. Aha, there it is. A big, huge fleece blanket. This can be yours. Donate. Please head on over there. No donation. We love your participation, and bid each other up and have some fun. And we are hoping to raise a bunch of money for the farm. So thanks again for your participation. You'll hear more this week about the auction and new items that will be added to the auction. I don't know if some new ones will probably be added today and tomorrow, but keep checking back because new items are coming up and we don't want you to miss out on that excitement. Okay, facilities updates. Today's going to be a long one. We are running a little bit over. I think we're going to run over on time today. We started a little bit late. Sorry about that, and thanks for all of our friends for meeting us over here on YouTube. So the facilities updates, it's spring. Springtime is in full bloom around here, and the bulbs have all flowered up beautifully. We've got some gardens and some volunteers that help out with the gardening, including Callie. So getting the shrubs and the trees all trimmed up. And it's starting to look really beautiful. And the grass is growing like crazy. It's almost a full-time job to keep up with the grass maintenance. And Here's a volunteer, PJ, who is helping keep the lawns all tidy. There's a lot going on. We talked about the tractor being down, but Kevin and his team were able to fix it. So that's good news. We did some berm piling in the pasture for one of the pastures for the cows. And the idea behind the berm piling is to add more interest to the pasture, because it's just wide open pasture, fence to fence pasture, and you can see all four corners and doesn't create much curiosity. So if you can create barriers so that the residents can't see behind them, it makes them curious and makes them explore. So if they were just in their hut and they heard something and they go, oh, I can see everything, I'm just gonna stay here. But rather than have to go and actually travel and see what's on the other side of it. So it is for enrichment, and we're going to plant some tall grasses on that and some trees, but that all happened this week. I found a handful of these while cutting the grass. Let me know in the comment bead if you know what these are, but these are like gold. These are like gold, and I definitely gobbled those all up. I fried them in some butter and some garlic. Yeah, they were delicious. I broke the lawn tractor, broke the wheel off of it. I was cutting the grass and I was like, oh, look, there's a wheel from the tractor. And yeah, I don't know what happened. It just fell off, and thankfully I saw it before running over it. And I also banged into a piece of our cattle equipment with the lawnmower, big groan. And I bent something on it, so we got to get that put back on. Yeah, the equipment, you know, we need the equipment, and it's so big. And yeah, the top of the lawnmower, there's a roll bar on it. And yeah, it hit the top of the squeeze and banged the bar off. But Kevin told me that it's not a big deal for that it just goes back on with a bolt. So, but the lawn tractor with the wheel broken off of it, I mean, that definitely is going to need somebody to come and weld that back on, because it was all bent and twisted. We had a lot of big machines here this week, and that was for the drainage project. At the top of today's Barnside, I let you know that we started the drainage project, where we fundraised at great length for gravel and piping and tubes and landscape fabric. Well, we got it all dug out. The crews were here working on that. They got it dug out. Here's a neat video of the large machine. So they dug out all of the topsoil, and then they replaced with some coarse gravel that the water can run through. And they dug down and put some pipes, some drainage pipes in. And so that portion of the project is done, but we still have, I don't know, maybe another 30% of the job is left to do. But we went through about 10 dump trucks full of gravel, and a lot of heavy equipment was used to tamp it all down and make it safe. The tires, the winter tires on the truck, time for those to come off. In Canada, we have two seasons. It's winter and getting ready for winter. So in getting ready for winter, we take the tires off, and we have all-season tires that go on. And then in winter phase, we take off the all-season tires and we put on winter tires. So that happened this week, which is a good sign that spring is finally here. And a couple weeks ago, you saw photos that Kevin had captured on his telescope. And this week, the telescope was out again, pointed at the sky, and we captured the International Space Station docking with one of Elon Musk's new rockets. Here's that photo. Check this out. Yeah, there it is. Close up photo there. Pretty amazing. That is an engineering feat. Oh my gosh. That was some careful maneuvering there to get that all docked up there like that. But there you go. And one last thing that we have to talk about is a new resident.
out for a very special introduction. New resident alert! Ooh, new resident alert! Our sanctuary family has grown. Our monthly donors make it all possible. Without you, we couldn't continue. Esther's mission, love lives here thanks to you. New resident alert! New resident alert! Our sanctuary family has grown. New resident alert.
All right, that jingle is going to be in your ear all week, so you're welcome for that. That's one of my favorite jingles to hear, the new resident alert. You know, this, we were able to say yes to a new resident because of this amazing community that surrounds the sanctuary. Because people continue to believe that farmed animals deserve safety and care and a life beyond survival. And we got to say yes again. And, you know, I can't tell you everything yet, but for our monthly donors, you're going to get to meet this special little somebody first. So keep your eyes to your email for the yes report. And because of our monthly donors, you're going to hear about it first in the yes report. So make sure that you keep your eyes out for that, and moments like this are exactly why monthly donors matter so much to this place. Monthly giving is what helps turn, emergencies into yeses, and it's what allows us to, make decisions from compassion rather than panic. And because our supporters, because you're such an important part of the sanctuary, we try to pull you in a little closer to the story too. So that means that monthly donors get the yes report with the behind the scenes updates and insider information before everybody else hears about it. And you get exclusive invites to VIP events here at the sanctuary, tickets to the annual Pumpkin Smash spectacle, and you get 10% off all of Heath Store merch all year long. And it's, it's a way, that you're not just standing outside watching the mission, and you're watching it happen, and you're helping us build. And we love our monthly donors so much. So if you want to become a monthly donor, you can head on over to happilyeveresther.ca, click on donate, and click on monthly donor. Okay, so the yes report's coming your way. The new resident is unbelievably cute. I can't wait. Okay, I got to stop talking about it, or I'm gonna give it away. I'm gonna give it away, but it's coming, and we're all smitten around here. We can't believe that we're able to help again. Okay, what else should we do? I guess we have a little bit of the weather to do. We'll do a real quick weather report. It is currently 24 degrees out, going down this week to 7, higher than the highest is 26. It says lots of sunshine, but I'll believe it when we see it. It's been so hazy and cloudy, like the past month has been so cloudy and ridiculous. We had a very close tornado go by a neighboring community, and all of our devices were going off, and emergency alerts were going, letting us know there was destructive winds and to take immediate cover in basements. And yeah, it got us all wound up, but Thankfully, at the end of it all, was a beautiful sunset. It was calm skies in the evening, and the sunrise is happening around 6 o'clock now, and it sets around just before 9 o'clock. So that's the Sanctuary weather report. Let's move to the magic rainbow bag.
The magic rainbow bag. What's in the bag? The magic rainbow bag. Will answer all
If you have a
your
question you would like
questions
answered, all you have to
about the
do is
mission
comment,
and
message us, or you can email us at info@happilyeverester.ca. Magic rainbow bag question. Here is the first question. How are the patches on Pouty now? Are they any better? So Pouty had some hair loss due to mites or lice or something like that, and they're doing better now. And nice new hair is growing underneath, so he's doing a lot better. Thank you very much, Shirley, for asking. Mary asks, will anyone challenge Sammy for head of the herd, or will he automatically be number one? Thanks, Mary, for asking. Well, in this structure, automatically number one. They remember him. No one is going to challenge him for it at this stage. Sometimes they will challenge each other if they notice that somebody is coming to dinner slower, or but we haven't had any of that happen yet. So yeah, Sammy is automatically number one. Next question, Shirley wants to know, oh, another question from Shirley. Nothing available for kidney issues for chickens, not like the cats and dogs. Nothing available for kidney issues. No, there are not medicines for kidney issues with chickens. It's supportive care. So fluid care, under the skin fluids, dietary changes, stuff like that. We try to look for the issue of what's causing the kidney issue, because there are no meds to solve kidney issues with chickens. It's all just palliative. Not like cats and dogs. Yeah, no, cats and dogs definitely have a lot of meds that are available to them. Do you have to be a certified vet tech to draw blood in Canada? So trick question. So no, you don't have to be a certified vet tech, but you do need to be trained. So a vet could train you on how to take blood, but being a vet tech does allow you to be able to draw blood because you are trained to do so. So yeah, as long as you're trained or under vet supervision, you're allowed to draw blood. Let's see, next question, and to which Nicole is a vet tech. Polly wants to know, is there anything that can be done about his spine? Sounds like something that could cause him a lot of pain as he grows. My brain went to Brindle right away, because Brindle had some spinal issues. But this is Lambert. You're thinking about Lambert. So yeah, Lambert does have issues with his spine. It's a bit contorted and a bit twisted, and there's some scoliosis there. But there's nothing that we could do about that other than, palliative care every day for it. So offering, making sure that his pain is being managed. Monitoring how he's walking, how he's engaging, his curiosity level, his menace level, and what else can we do? We can do osteopathy, which we're doing. We can do, I almost thought choreography, but chiropractic. We can do chiropractic choreography. And yes, so those are some things that we can do for him, but we'll continue to monitor him with vet supervision every step of the way. If you have any questions whatsoever that you would like answered in today's Magic Rainbow Bag, we'll have to get to it next week because we are running over. Holy snap. Okay, we've done it. We made it to the end of Barnside Chat, and let's see. There it is on the screen already. It's I was looking at my photo library earlier, and it zoomed all the way out to the beginning of this year. And there was thousands of tiny little squares and thousands of moments of love from the year. And I realized that each little square is a story of our love for the residents, our arrivals, recoveries, mud baths, cow nonsense, and sometimes tough goodbyes. And when you zoom out far enough, you realize how much love has happened here already this year. And when you zoom out further since the beginning of the mission, you see hundreds of thousands of moments of love. And thank you for being a part of that. And thanks for believing in a world Esther helped show us, where kindness reaches farmed animals too. We'll see you next week, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Love lives here where the open skies sing. Every soul finds a place to cling. Join us today, feel the warmth inside in the Barnside Chat, where the love